Machiavelli Mills TV. What's up, y'all? Kellen Winslow Jr., he's sick. Like, he's sick. He's a sick person. Something is wrong with Kellen Winslow Jr. So, if you haven't heard, Kellen Winslow Jr., today, he was convicted of raping a 58-year-old homeless woman in 2018. Right? And, I promise y'all, it's crazy, it's sick, it's twisted. You know what I mean? You like, a lot of people like in disbelief. Like, what the hell is wrong with Kellen Winslow? Wait, what? I've even heard people say, this man is out, he's a rapist. Like, what's wrong with this man? And then he's gonna violate a 58-year-old woman, possibly somebody's grandmother. And let me just say all this, man. I knew something was wrong with Kellen Winslow Jr. like in 2003. When he made that comment and he had that little post-game interview. I think, who was they playing? Tennessee or something like that. The U was playing. The U was playing like Tennessee. And he was like, they asked him what was going on during the game. And he like, I'm an effing soldier. Effing soldier. He did it just like that. And I'm like, okay, something wrong with this man. Like, I don't like, that's not, it was like he went into a quick little trigger in his head. Effing soldier. I'm like, yeah, something ain't all the way right with him. Something ain't all the way right with him. And, people make the joke that football players aren't always all there because of the fact that they're playing a sport where there is head-to-head collision a lot of times, and guys just, you ramming your body into another man as hard as you can to stop him from scoring. So, they're like, okay, football players are often wired differently than most athletes. Boxers, MMA fighters, of course, as well. Included in it. Those individuals are included in that. But when I saw that interview, I was like, nah, that ain't just no football wire crazy. Like, Kellen Winslow Jr., something ain't right. It was the way he said it and how he made that little snap when he did it. And I'm like, yeah, something ain't right with Kellen Winslow Jr. I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. But he just seemed very erratic. Like, I'm like, yeah, he seems like a very erratic person. Like, he'll just go off on the deep end at any given moment if he's pissed off that much. And any little thing that pisses him off, he'll go off on the deep end and do something that's like off the wall. It just, the vibe that I got from that interaction, it was like, yeah, something ain't right, man. But yet and still, of course, nobody jumped to no conclusions. You couldn't assume he would be an individual who would be raping women. From looking at that video, you just like, okay, this dude is like, he a little erratic, but nonetheless, he was a great football player. Played at the University of Miami. His father was also a great tight end. Kellen Winslow Sr., very talented kid, former Pro Bowler, I think in like 2007 or something like that. So he had a promising career. I'm looking at all the other stuff after, when all this came to light, right? And then this too, I knew something was wrong with Kellen. After that incident, when he said he's an effing soldier and all of that, they called Kellen Winslow Jr., I think like in a Walmart or a Target parking lot. This man is in his car, I believe. I think he was in his car. This man is masturbating, and the police caught him doing that. Like, what in the world? That lets you know, like, he's sick, something off with him. Something is off with him. Like, it's not right. Something ain't right. You sitting in the car, in a parking lot, at a store, masturbating randomly. Like, what's going on with you, bro? Like, something ain't right. And I can't even say I can blame it. We can just all chalk it up to CTE and say, he took too many head-on-head collisions. We can't just all chalk it up to that. We can't chalk it up to that. We don't know if he has CTE or not. Or it could be possible that Kellen is just like a crazy, sick, off-the-wall person. He's just like a sick person. Seriously, something wrong with him. And I say that too because I don't know how true this is. You can never just take tweets for concrete evidence. You can never take tweets as absolutely 100% credible. Because a random person on Twitter was like, maybe Kellen took too many shots to the head. He has CTE possibly. And somebody said, no, Kellen don't get no CTE. A random follower, a random person on Twitter was like, no, Kellen is sick. Something wrong with him. He tried to drown me when we were like 11 years old. When we were like 11 years old, he tried to drown me. And, the tweet got a lot of attention, a lot of likes, a lot of retweets. But this person seemed like, and again, anybody can make up anything on Twitter. You can never just jump to conclusions and take that as concrete evidence and take those statements as true. But I don't know, when that person said that, man, I'm like, they sounded like they were for real, like they were telling the truth. Like, Kellen is like, something is off with him. And the stuff that he's been convicted of and the charges that he's facing, it let me know he a very, very sick and like a vile person. Like, my man, they got, convicted of raping a 58-year-old homeless woman, violating women for sure. And then and an elderly woman too. Crazy. And any woman, it would have been crazy for that matter. Then they say a jury is expected to continue deliberating on 2 or more counts of rape involving a 54-year-old hitchhiker and an unconscious teenage girl in 2003. And in 2003 was around that time when Kellen was still at the U, and he did that I'm a effing soldier stuff, and he was going out like snapping and had a little, like he snapping, like it was like a fit he was having during the interview out of nowhere. Like it was around that time when he allegedly raped an unconscious teenage girl in 2003, right? Then it said, the former tight end was also found guilty of indecent exposure and a level, what was it? And lewd conduct involving 2 other women. The jurors found him not guilty of, also the juries found him not guilty of 1 count of a lewd act, right? But still, he got all these different other charges stemming. And all 5 women testified during the 9-day trial that he just got convicted of raping a 58-year-old woman. All this stuff, raping a 54-year-old, 2 or more counts of rape involving a 54-year-old hitchhiker and an unconscious teenage girl. Oh yeah, Kellen. Kellen is a repeat offender. Repeat offender. And again, something always strike me as odd and off about his character. Like, he seemed like a dude that would just go off on the deep end and do something to the point of no return and then go about his day like ain't nothing happened. He just always strike me as the type of person, especially during that interview. It's like he was kind of like, I don't know, like he seemed look like weird socially. Like, even he was a great athlete, phenomenal athlete, but weird socially. And it's like, man, and I hear people say this too. Kellen's a big time athlete, made great money. Why do you got to go out and rape women? You can get whatever women you want. And people got to understand that rape ain't about, I can get whatever I want. And it ain't about wanting just, I want this particular woman. That's a power thing. A power thing. It's about power. And it's something in his head that ain't clicked right. Something ain't right with him. It's not right at all. As my grandmama say, his mind ain't good. He's sick, for real. And, yeah, man, because I remember when Darren Sharper, he got accused of the same thing. Was it my man Darren? Not my man, I'm sorry, don't say my man Darren Sharper. That ain't my guy at all doing nothing like that. But I think it was Darren Sharper. Let's look this up, y'all. I'm trying to make sure I got this information correct. Yeah, yep, Darren Sharper. Another individual. A successful pro athlete, 5-time Pro Bowler, Super Bowl champion, all these accolades. Great football player. He was sentenced to 20 years in prison after pleading guilty to multiple rape and drug-related charges, drugging and raping women. So, and Darren Sharper's a nice-looking guy. It ain't about wanting and needing a woman. It was about power. The fact that he could express power over these women. Same with Kellen. But I'm looking like I knew someone right with Kellen. Like Kellen in there, masturbating in the car. Like, bro, what is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I know, Kellen Winslow Sr. going through it because, of course, it's his name getting sullied too in the process because that's his son. It's his son. His son has his same exact name, and even still, like, again, that's his son. So it's like, damn, he knows your son out here is acting vile. And they're going to come to him and ask him all these questions about his son. And he like, man, he got to live with it because it's his son is doing this crazy stuff, man. It's crazy, man, but I don't know, man. I've been knew something was off with Kellen Winslow Jr. I've been knew. Nobody got to tell me. The young tight end, he not wrapped too tight, and he's sick. But he's gonna be paying for these consequences now, and there's gonna be some more charges to come. It seemed like it looked like it's coming, man. With 5 women testifying on him, it's coming. Crazy. Peace.